Here's a number that should bother you. Roughly 1 in 3 seniors who qualify for help with their bills never apply for it. Not because they don't need it, because nobody ever sat them down and explained it in plain English. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through 3 of those programs, one that can add money back into your Social Security check every single month, one that can knock a real chunk off your heating and cooling bill, and a third one that, for the right person, can mean an entire extra payment on top of what you already get. I'm going to save that third one for last, because it's the one most people get completely wrong about themselves, and I want you to hear the other 2 first, so the last one actually makes sense. Stick around, because I'm also going to tell you the one sentence to say when you call, and the one thing scammers say that should make you hang up immediately. Let's get into it. Segment 1, Medicare Savings Programs. Let's start with the one hiding in plain sight, literally inside a check you already get every month. If you're on Medicare, you already know Part B, the part that covers doctor visits, comes with a monthly premium. In 2026, the standard Part B premium is $290 a month, taken directly out of your Social Security check before you ever see it. Over a year, that's a bit over $2,400. Most people don't know there's a set of programs called Medicare Savings Programs, MSPs, run through your state's Medicaid office that can pay that premium for you. Not reduce it, pay it. If you qualify, your Social Security check goes up by that amount, automatically, every month. There are a few tiers of MSPs. QMB Qualified Medicare Beneficiary, the most generous, pays your Part B premium and covers Medicare deductibles and copays. SLMB Specified Low-Income Medicare Beneficiary pays your Part B premium. QI Qualifying Individual also pays your Part B premium for people with slightly higher income than SLMB allows. Who qualifies? This is income and asset-based, and this is the part people get wrong. The limits are higher than most people assume, and they're different in every state. Some states also don't count certain assets at all. So if you've ever looked at one of these years ago and talked yourself out of applying, the honest move is to check again with current numbers, rather than trust your memory of an old limit. How to apply? Contact your State Health Insurance Assistance Program, SHIP. This is a free, federally funded counseling service in every state, not a private company. You can find your state's SHIP contact at shiphelp.org or call your state Medicaid office directly. Applying is free. Nobody legitimate charges a fee for this. Scam warning. If someone calls you claiming to be from Medicare or Social Security and asks you to confirm your bank account or Social Security number to release this benefit, hang up. These agencies don't initiate calls like that. You call them using a number you looked up yourself. That's red flag number 1. I've got one more for you later, and it's the one that trips up the most people. Okay, that's the check you're already getting, just bigger. Now let's talk about a bill you're already paying and how to make it smaller. Segment 2, LIHEAP Energy Bill. Assistance Second Program, the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, or LIHEAP. It's federally funded but run by your state or local agency, and it helps pay heating and cooling bills people often assume it's winter only. But summer cooling assistance is part of it too, which matters if you're older, and heat is a genuine health risk, not just a discomfort. Depending on your state, income, and household size, LIHEAP can cover a portion of your utility bill often paid directly to the utility company, so you never handle the money, and most states also have an emergency crisis fund for shutoff notices or broken furnace or AC unit. 2 things worth knowing. 1. LIHEAP. Funding is limited and distributed by each state until it runs out for the year. It is not a rolling, always available fund. Applying earlier in the season matters. 2. Receiving LIHEAP does not count as income against your Social Security or reduce other benefits. How to apply? Call 211, a free helpline available in most of the U.S. that connects you to your local energy assistance office, or search your state LIHEAP to find your state's program page directly. Free to apply, no fee, ever. 2 down. Now here's the one I told you I was saving for last, and I meant it, because this is the one where I need you to actually listen instead of assuming you already know the answer. Segment 3, SSI Supplemental Security Income. Quick question. Before I explain this one, if I asked you right now, do you think you qualify for SSI, what would you say? If your answer was some version of no, I already get Social Security, so I can't get that too, I want you to hold that thought, because that assumption is exactly what keeps this next one on the most misunderstood list. Let's actually look at it. Social Security retirement is the check you earned through years of work. SSI, Supplemental Security Income, is a separate federal program for people 65 plus or blind disabled at any age with limited income and limited resources. It is not the same program, and this is the key mistake already receiving. Social Security does not automatically disqualify you from SSI. If your Social Security check is modest, you can often receive a partial SSI payment on top of it. The 2026 numbers confirmed. Maximum federal SSI payment, $994 a month for an individual, $491 a month for a couple. If you have other income like a Social Security check, SSI is reduced but not necessarily to zero. SSA subtracts your countable income from the maximum. The first $20 a month of most unearned income isn't counted. Resource limits, $2,000 for an individual, $3,000 for a couple. Your home and generally, one vehicle do not count toward that limit. Many states add a supplement on top of the federal amount, so your actual payment may be higher depending on where you live. Even a partial SSI payment stacked on top of a modest Social Security check can add up to real money over a year, and unlike the number some viral videos throw around, this isn't a guaranteed flat second check for everyone. It's calculated individually based on your income and resources. How to apply? Directly through the Social Security Administration online at SSA, Gov, by phone, or at your local SSA office, free to apply. Putting it together. Let's be realistic about what qualifying for all three actually looks like, because I don't want to oversell this to you. If your state's MSP covers your Part B premium, about $2,400 per year back in your Social Security check, potentially more if you land in the QMB tier that also covers deductibles and copays. LIHEAP, a partial or full utility bill payment, size varies a lot by state and season. Realistically, a few $100s a year for most recipients, more in a crisis situation. SSI, anywhere from a small monthly supplement to close to the full $994 individual, or $1,491 couple, if you have very little other income. Not every senior will qualify for all three, and the amounts genuinely vary by state and by your specific numbers. What's consistent is this: the only way to find out is to apply. Nobody at these agencies is going to proactively call you and offer to sign you up. The one sentence to say when you call any of these three offices: you don't need to know program names, tiers, or acronyms. You just say, I'm on a fixed income and I want to know what I might qualify for. That's it. Whoever answers the phone will ask the follow-up questions and sort you into the right program. Your only job is to make the call. The second scam red flag, it's not just unsolicited calls asking for your bank info. It's anyone who tells you there's a processing fee, filing fee, or expedite fee to apply for any of these three. There isn't one, ever. If money changes hands before help does, stop. Here's your actual to-do list in order. 1. Medicare Savings Program. Call your state SHIP office, find it at shiphelp.org or your state Medicaid office. 2. LIHEAP. Call 211 or search your state LIHEAP. 3. SSI. Contact the Social Security Administration at SSA, Gov, or your local office. All three are free to apply for. All three involve you contacting them, never the other way around, when it comes to giving out your bank or Social Security number. If this helped you make sense of these programs, the most useful thing you can do right now is send it to a parent, aunt, uncle, or neighbor who's 65 plus and might assume none of this applies to them, because that assumption is exactly what keeps this unclaimed. And if you want, I'll cover state-specific supplements and property tax relief programs in the next one. Let me know in the comments which state to start with. I'll see you there.